Flip the tube on there, will you, Herb?
Oh, there's never anything new on TV, Don.
Hey, at least we can warm our feet by it. Seen it. Seen it. Seen it. What is it?
You okay, Don?
Yeah, I guess so.
What do you think of this channel?
Well, my feet are warm.
And now, the one you've heard about, the one you've been waiting for, the quarterback of questions, the King Kong of knowledge, the Duke of discovery, the giantest of scientists, the Elvis of experimentation, the Bee-Man himself. Ladies and gentlemen, we give you the one and only...
Me, Beakman, and you've just broken into Beakman's world. Beakman! Gravity! It's the law. Come on, Ray. Nice and tight. Come on. That's good. That's good. Ooh, nice move, Ray. You know, Ray is one heck of a swell cameraman. So, here I am on my monumental mission to describe how the world works, to illuminate on the mysteries of the universe, to explain life in ways you've never heard before, to describe complex principles in ways you'll now understand, to clarify the...
Man!
Oh, my can-do assistant, Josie.
You mean you're sometimes pushy, but always beautiful assistant, Josie.
That's it?
Let's go.
Okay.
We got a lot of questions to answer.
Yeah, here's my question. What am I doing here?
Oh, good old Lester. How's our favorite little lab rat doing?
Better known to some as Lestor the Desperate Actor.
Go ahead with your little TV patter. But I am destined to be a movie star. And nobody is gonna rain on my parade.
Psst, Lester.
Huh?
First question comes from Alan Baker of Englewood, Colorado. Alan wants to know, where do poodles go after it rains?
They probably to a poodle parlor to dry off.
Sorry, guys, not poodles, puddles. Where do puddles go after it rains?
Oh, everybody knows the answer to that.
Yes.
Hey, you see it all the time. It rains, the sun comes out, the puddles dry up. End of story. Next question, please.
Yeah, the puddles dry up, but where does the water go?
Some stupid dog comes by and licks it up. Probably a poodle.
Yeah. You know, this is an excellent question, and I am going to answer it, but first, you know, I need to make a puddle.
Oh, you should have thought of that before the show started.
Okay, first for a puddle, you must have rain. Okay, un peu de rain. And today, I've got some French rain, where the best in the world, and this very good year. Okay, oh, and this rain, it have boubelle. That's right, boubelle. Oh, en anglais, bubble. Boubelle, bubble, boubelle, bubble. I don't know. Okay. Next, for the rain, must have some well-seasoned thunder. That's right, thunder, look. Okay. Big storm. Après the thunder, always have lightning. Look, lightning do strike in same place twice. Okay. Après, must have some dirt, okay? 3/4 cup of dirt. But please, don't use the dirty dirt. You are obliged to use only the clean dirt, okay? And the dirt like that, formidable. Okay, look at the interaction, hein? Formidable, vachement chouette. Okay, now must have a pinch of gum.
Incoming!
That's amusing, sort of. But where does a puddle go after it rains?
I know what happens to it. It disappears.
Well, you may think it disappears, Josie, because you can't see it. But everything goes somewhere. Nothing disappears.
Oh, yeah? How about my agent after he got me this gig?
Believe me, nothing disappears. Ever.
Oh, okay. Prove it.
Well, okay. But first, you need to know what rain is.
It's wet.
Right, yes, rain is wet. But rain, before it was rain, wasn't always wet. Ray, I need a light. No. A mud light. Oh, thank you. Now, this beautiful piece of yellow Scandinavian plastic shall represent the sun. Okay, let's turn it on. Here we go. Now, the sun beams its rays down onto the puddle. As the heat of the sun warms up the water in the puddle, the water evaporates, which means it turns into an invisible gas called water vapor. And the water vapor rises up into the sky. Now, let's say that this plastic wrap right here is the invisible gas, the water vapor. Now, as it rises, it cools off. Well, that's because the higher up you go, the colder it gets. When water vapor gets cold, it condenses, which means it squeezes really tightly together, and the vapors turn back into little tiny drops of water. The drops bunch up and form clouds like this. Now, when the tiny drops grow too large to be held in the clouds, they fall as raindrops, like that. And the raindrops make puddles. Then, a little bit later, the sun comes out again, right? Heats up the water becomes water vapor, evaporates, goes up into the sky, becomes clouds, right? Rains down, back, makes another puddle, bop, 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 boom, 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 right? The entire Megillah is called the water cycle. Well, there it is. Evaporation and condensation. Just like rain. It's a cycle. And that, Alan Baker, my good friend from Englewood, Colorado, is the complete answer to all of your pressing puddle problems. Bada bing, bam, boom.
Don't evaporate. We'll be right back.
Coming up, we'll show you things coming down.
And World will be back. And World.
Hey, you gotta check this out. Check this out. Whenever you hear this, Beakmania, it's time for Beakmania. Mania.
It's time for Beakman to answer lots of your questions in our fast, fun, and furious Fact-a-thon.
It's time to stump Beakman, if you can.
Oh no. I am not getting in that rat cage and running around in circles. No way. That's where I draw the line. I mean, I was doing Shakespeare in the Park last year at this time. Okay, I know. It was Fenway Park.
Lester! Just spin the drum!
You wheel, I'll deal. Now, let's peel.
Question. Dear Beakman, what is the world's most remarkable fish?
Answer. It's a fish called the plaice. The plaice disguises itself from its enemies by changing the colors and patterns on its body to match its surroundings. In fact, it is so incredibly good at this that it can match the pattern of a checkerboard. Next question, please.
Next question. Dear Beakman, what animal lays the biggest egg?
Answer. Actually, it's the ostrich, the largest bird on Earth. Out of a single ostrich egg, you could make an omelet large enough to feed 12 people. Next.
Dear Beakman, how many can you get out of a cow?
Well, it depends on how nicely you ask. Actually, you can get about 400 quarter-pounders from one cow.
Of course, the lettuce, tomato, and onion would be separate.
Dear Beakman, how much ice is in Antarctica?
They got our letter. They got our letter.
Calm down, Don. I want to hear the answer. I've got a lot invested in this ice cube we call home.
There is so much ice in Antarctica that if it could ever all melt, the level of the world's seas would rise about 200 feet on Earth, and a quarter of the dry land would be submerged.
Phew, that's a relief, Don. We're going to have a home for a long, long time.
Just the same, I'm going to be extra careful with the space heater.
Question, is it true that all things fall at the same rate?
A gravity question. I love gravity questions. Okay, you can bet your friends about this one. There's always a doubter around. If you drop an eggplant and a piece of paper at the same time, which one would hit the ground first?
10 to 1 on the eggplant.
Well, I say they hit at the same time.
They can put me down for a fin.
Hey, buongiorno! I'm Galileo.
Galileo, Galileo.
I'm so nice they say my name twice. Hey, did you know this is my first invention? Yeah, that's right. I came up with this in 1609. I was gonna call this thing the faraway make a look a clososcope, but that's a mouthful, eh? So I call it my telescope, yeah. But I'm up here for one thing only. Gravity, that's right, yeah. All right, I need an eggplant. No, come on, it's eggplant. I want an eggplant. Oh, it's eggplant. Hey. Okay, and a piece of paper, please. All right. Now, let me see which one of these things hit the ground first. The paper or the eggplant? Larry, you probably gonna say it's the eggplant because it's a full vegetable. But boom. You know, I'm the guy who proved that if you drop things at the same time, even though they don't weigh the same, they're gonna land at the same time. That's right.
Experiments should be performed at home, only with adult supervision, and all appropriate safety precautions should be taken. All directions should be followed exactly, and no substitution should be used.
Drum roll, if you please. Close enough.
No way are they hitting the floor at the same time. No way.
Here we go. Hey.
Yes! Always willing to humiliate himself for science. What a guy! Pay up, folks!
Not so fast, Fataret. It's not only an example of gravity you just saw, that's right. It was also an example of air resistance, too. You see, the air slowed down the paper because the paper's flat shape. Right. And if you do this, like that. Hey, you hit the pizza right on the pepperoni. Yeah. Eggplant, please. All right. Let's hear that fanfare again. Here we go. Hey, Pachagaloop, look at that. Yes! They land at the same time.
All right, nobody try collecting.
Huh?
Mr. Rat's paws were crossed.
Don't forget, gravity. It's the law.
Coming up next, it gets bigger and bigger. It comes to a head. It explodes. It terrorizes mankind.
And no, it's not as if.
Beakman's World will be back.
Come on, Don. Beakman's back.
His back looks more like his front to me.
With Beakman, it's hard to tell.
I got our next question.
Oh, good. Hit me.
Colleen Kaner, of Stowe, Vermont, asks, Dear Beakman,
Yep.
now, what is the deal with volcanoes anyway.
Anyway?
Anyway.
Anyway. I like that extra touch, Colleen. You ask, I answer. Anyway, here, Colleen, is the deal about... volcanoes! Volcanoes are among the most powerful forces in nature. Ooh. And it also says in here that if the Earth were the size of this apple, the part of it which we humans have explored would only be as thick as the apple's skin.
An Earth today keeps the volcano away.
The reason we don't know that much about the inside of the Earth is because the Earth is just too doggone difficult to drill through.
And just too doggone big to put under a microscope.
Let's take a look at this little part of the model right here. This part. People used to think volcanoes started here in the core of the Earth. But we've since learned they start much closer to the surface. Right in here, right where I took out the bite. Now this is what we think the inside of our planet Earth looks like. The top layer of the Earth, which averages about 20 miles thick, is called the crust.
I usually eat around the crust.
Now, the next section here is called the mantle, and the mantle is about 1,800 miles thick. In the lower crust and the upper mantle, there are pockets of hot melted rock called magma. Josie, can you give me a hand, please? Thank you. Let's pretend this glove is magma.
He's a magma PI.
Because of all the heat and all the gases in magma, pressure builds up and forces the magma out of a weak spot in the Earth's crust. It either oozes out gently or explodes out violently. Either way, it's called an eruption.
Can I interrupt you for a second?
Yes?
So, what's lava?
Well, lava is what magma is called after it comes out of the volcano.
Beakman.
Yes?
I still don't understand exactly how volcanoes explode.
Really? Well, it's as easy as pie.
Pie?
Cherry.
So what does a cherry pie have to do with the volcano?
Well, it's really another way to think of a volcano. See, a pie's crust is a lot like the Earth's crust. And the cherries inside a pie, they're a lot like the hot rock far below the Earth's surface. The pie's filling when it comes out is a lot like lava when it comes out of the volcano. And the steam inside a pie, just like a volcano's gases. See? It's a piece of cake.
Beakman, where'd you get this pie?
Well, a little place around the corner called the Vesuvius Bakery. Anyway, when a pie's cooking, the filling heats up just like the magma beneath the Earth's surface. And then, one day, bada-boom, the volcano explodes.
Get back, Beakman! She's gonna blow!
Hey, come on! Pies don't explode. Whoa! Pie really does go on forever. A little mathematical humor. What a surprise!
Oh, great pyrotechnics!
Hey, guess where the biggest volcano on Earth is? Well, I'll be right back with the answer. It'll blow you away.
We'll be back. Back to Beakman's world.
Say, does this stuff stain?
Only if you get it on you.
Why couldn't they use blueberry? My favorite's blueberry.
They don't have blueberry volcanoes.
So, Does anybody want to know where you can find the biggest volcano on Earth?
I'd just like to know where I can find a good dry cleaner.
Let me guess, Hawaii?
Well, that's right, Josie. It's Mauna Loa on the big island of Hawaii. Wow, how did you know that?
No, I got it in this book.
Ah, see? Books. Good old books. That's where you'll find the answers. You know, if you keep on reading, you're going to learn that not only is Mauna Loa the biggest volcano on Earth, but it's also still active.
Gee, I think I'll be changing my vacation plans.
Time to go, time to go.
Well, time to go, time to go.
Yeah, see you next time.
On Beakman's World.
Well, that's it. The show's over. So, Herb, what do we think we think?
Beakman's okay by this bird.
Yeah, at least he's better than that drip we were watching yesterday.
That was an icicle, Don.
Oh, no wonder the remote control didn't work.
Try it again.